Continuing from the previous episode 2175. Yuanhai Continent, located under the jurisdiction of the Great Thousand World Immortal Realm, is thousands of miles away from Btth Continent. Although it is not as rich and prosperous as Btth Continent, it is also a fertile land. There are not too many intrigues here. Everyone is focused on cultivating immortals. The most important thing is that this place does not belong to the category of the human world, but belongs to the territory managed by the immortal world. Among the 7 realms, the competition for their respective territories is extremely fierce, and they are hostile to each other. However, these problems are naturally not difficult for Xiaoyan. Today's Xiaoyan's reputation is slowly spreading in the world, so after some dealing, Xiaoyan quietly passed great means, came to this vast continent. Of course, this is also due to the top powerhouses in the various realms, who are afraid of guarding against evil races outside the realm, so they neglect the management of the lower realm. CC. This sect is really weird. It's actually built in the center of the sea? Xiaoyan felt extremely depressed at this time. Now, at the reefs by the sea, looking at the gray sea in front of him, a slightly salty sea breeze and big waves slammed over. According to Hun Tianhao's information, the core of the plane exists on this continent. Because of the sea area, Xiaoyan spent 10 days to find this continent and finally settled on it. The core of the plane is very likely to exist in this sea area, and this sea area is controlled by an immortal sect, so Xiaoyan stayed here. This brother, seeing that your eyes are so hot, you must be someone who wants to cross the sea and join the immortal sect? Not long after, some fishing boats docked on the shore of the sea area, and among them, several enthusiastic middle-aged men came over cursingly, appearing to be approachable, and instantly became close to Xiaoyan. In the 7 realms, except for a few very special realms such as the Ghost Realm and the Demon Realm, the inhabitants of the other realms are basically human. Yes, old man, I don't know what this sea area immortal sect is. Can the old man explain it to me? Xiaoyan nodded and made a serious inquiry. There is no way. Xiaoyan's appearance has not changed for a long time, and now he looks like a young man in his 30s. In addition to the surging power in his body, in the eyes of these fishermen whose strength is spread all over, he has become an energetic fisherman. Lad, to tell you the truth, the CC Immortal Sect is the strongest sect in our Yuanhai Continent. No one knows how many disciples and immortals there are in the Immortal Sect, but every time there is a disaster in the continent, there will be immortals in the Immortal Sect. Diffuse the disaster. So this sea area is respected and enshrined by countless of us. The reason why they set up their base camp in the center of the sea, rumor has it, is to get over the mortals who are trapped by love in the world. It is said that there are many human beings who have passed the examination of the Immortal Sect and joined them. They have only cultivated for 100 years and successfully ascended to the Immortal Realm. Speaking of the Immortal Realm, the eyes of the old fisherman couldn't help but light up, and he was extremely yearning. Immortal World. What is that? Xiaoyan was a little stunned. He had been to the Demon Realm and the Ghost Realm over the years, but these 2 realms were huge realms. One ruled the continent, and there were countless continents below, so his understanding of the Immortal Realm was still above the center of the Immortal Realm. The Immortal Realm rules very few planes, but the Immortal Realm is a land of paradise, where there are endless fairies, countless delicious wines and delicacies, and the most important thing, it is said that if you cultivate and become immortals, you can enjoy eternal life and immortality. The immortal world is very close to the center of the immortal world. Countless people want to step into the immortal world and covet the center of the immortal world, so as to pursue the supreme avenue of the great world. Immortal world is the paradise that countless human beings dream of. The old fisherman opened his mouth and said in admiration, "Old man, I can't wait to hear you say that. Is anyone entering the sea now?" "Yes, Zhang Sanner, take him to your brother-in-law's ferry." After some deliberation, Xiaoyan took the ferry quietly and headed for the center of the sea, but this ferry was extremely luxurious, and the ferry helmsman was extremely happy when he heard that Xiaoyan was heading to the Immortal Sect. Other areas of Yuanhai Continent have been carefully checked by me. According to the induction, the core of the plane is probably very likely to exist here. However, there is something strange in this sea area Immortal Sect. Xiaoyan sat quietly in his house. For some reason, this time, the core of the plane always had an illusion that made his flesh tremble. The deepest thing hidden deep in the body, the fire spirit orb, gently released a touch of mysterious fluctuations, and circles of fire rays spread out like sparks. For a while, the power in Xiaoyan's body quietly crawls down. The power released by the Mingming fire spirit orb is not tyrannical, but it makes Xiaoyan's body tremble unconsciously, and chills appear in his heart. This kind of fluctuation? Xiaoyan was stunned for a moment. If it wasn't for the other big spirit beads, it would be a treasure of the same level. Wang buzzing. Immediately, above Xiaoyan's body, the cyan scales of dominance burst out instantly, as if protecting Xiaoyan from the power of the fire spirit orb. Baxia scale is a dragon scale related to the Baxia Dragon King. What the hell? Xiaoyan's eyes unconsciously showed a deep meaning, and the shock in his heart couldn't be further added. Looks like it's worth it this time. There was a lingering sound, and the huge ferry sailed safely towards the center of the sea. Little brother, here we are. The sea immortal sect is in front. It is rumored that there is a mysterious force isolated from the sea here, so we can't get through it. You can go and have a try. The ferry captain said to Xiaoyan. Thank you, old man. While speaking, Xiaoyan rose into the air. His feet moved quickly on the water surface, and he dropped a heavy gold coin card, and disappeared in a flash. The helmsman, it's 10,000 gold coins. Someone checked it carefully and exclaimed in surprise. Haha, this guy is probably also a hidden master. The ferry rudder nodded slightly. 10,000 gold coins were not a sum for them. The vast sea area stretched as far as the eye could see, and the light blue water surface was sparkling, but no matter how Xiaoyan moved, it could not enter the interior. Strange, it seems to be spinning around here all the time. 10 minutes later, Xiaoyan stopped and looked at the island that stood above the sea in the distance. The island was immortal and attractive. Whoa! Just when Xiaoyan was hesitating, bursts of dazzling waves suddenly erupted on the water surface, forming a surging giant wave that attacked Xiaoyan. Above the huge wave, it is not like a water spray. It contains a faint trace of cyan liquid, which increases its power to the extreme. This is the fluctuation of the formation? After a while, feeling this power, the scales above Xiaoyan's body began to flicker, and his power actually echoed slowly. Under the echo of this power, the blue water waves shattered, and a channel paved by the blue water column connects the islands in the center of the sea. Xiaoyan woke up, and the dragon ** in his body began to become hot. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2176. Puff puff. Before passing through the dark passage, waves of surging energy emerged from behind the door of light in the void. At the same time as everyone walked through the golden light gate, Xiaoyan's eyes turned black, and a moment later the pitch-black world filled his pupils. A trace of extremely terrifying ghostly roar, faint terrifying pressure, and extremely terrifying water pressure radiated from the surrounding void, causing all the forces in Xiaoyan's body to agitate at the same time. Guru, Xiaoyan's heart suddenly appeared, his brows beating violently, and a shocking scene haunted his heart. The squinted eyes had already adapted to the darkness here, and they opened them slowly, and then the vision spread everywhere. The majestic black current roared like a tide of energy, and the three of them were surrounded by endless dark currents. The space is dead silent and dark, and countless evil forces and surging tides sway out. If the mind is not firm, in this long time, I am afraid that it is very likely to be completely lost here. Wang buzzing. Around the three of them, a golden Buddha's light bloomed with a terrifying aura, protecting them from the darkness and the pressure of the rushing river. The Buddhist scriptures formed the sound of Buddha, which was pleasing to the eye. Is this under the sea? Xiaoyan tried his best to investigate everything here, and after Shun breathed, a bold idea popped up in his mind. Well, the donor has really good eyesight. The Zen master held a golden chanting stick in his hand, the Zen tip rippling in the darkness, constantly overflowing with golden Buddha light to protect them. This place is under the sea of 10,000 meters, and the endless repressive aura makes it hard to move. If it weren't for the resistance of the Buddha's light with the Zen staff, I am afraid that the power of reincarnation would not be able to invade this place. In addition to the surging dark currents around him, the ups and downs are terrifying, and the feeling of unease permeates the whole body. This thing, could it be the tyrant Dragon King? After regaining his peace of mind, Xiaoyan raised his head and looked up. A behemoth with a body over 1,000 zhang appeared in front of him. Adding the strength in his body to echo, Xiaoyan said in surprise. The magnificent body is like a wall that stretches for thousands of miles, but on its body, there are countless scarlet bloodstains, and strange parasites on the bloodstains form faint black lines, which are particularly eye-catching. Boom! At the same time, the scales and amber flames in Xiaoyan's body were released together, protecting this golden Buddha light shield, exuding endless sacred aura and a scorching burning sensation. Its source is those dark parasites. That is the power of the evil race from outside the territory. Moreover, this kind of power is the strongest person Xiaoyan has ever seen in his life, and it actually makes Xiaoyan feel a kind of long-lost tremor. The scales of the Underlord and the Holy Flame have shown such extreme hostility to these forces. It seems that there is something inside that makes the two forces surging. It's terrifying. With saliva rolling in Xiaoyan's throat, he took a deep breath, unable to hold back a word for a long time. The scene in front of me was too shocking and appalling. In the dark void, the incomparably huge water flows, and the line of sight follows. In the depths where countless black parasites are entrenched, an eternal corpse stands quietly here, and countless tiny parasites on the corpse make squeaking sounds. Can't help but feel hairy. It seems that even the soul will be corroded by it. Donor, I believe you should have sensed that the giant creature in front of you is the body of the Dragon King Baxia. The old man is a person from the Buddha world, and he doesn't care about world affairs. However, he was besieged and killed by a powerhouse from an evil tribe outside the realm, and he was helped by the Dragon King, so he voluntarily left it here to help the Dragon King guard the body. After tens of thousands of years, I finally made me wait for you. There was a hint of excitement in the Zen master's eyes, constantly wandering back and forth between the dark corpse and Xiaoyan. A double reincarnation stage. Xiaoyan nodded. The Zen master's strength was clear at a glance, and he also knew the purpose of this guy. Wait, take down the body of the Dragon King? It seemed that he remembered something. Xiaoyan wondered. His skin became awe-inspiring for a while, and he was oppressed. The Dragon King of Baxia has the strength to pass the Xuan. After being imprisoned by the powerhouses of the evil clan outside the realm, the power of the source escaped, but the body was left here. Lord Dragon King once left a prophecy, broke through the formation he set up, and possessed the holy flame. He is a destined person, and his domineering body is obtained by this destined person. The old Zen master twisted the Buddha beads with one hand and kept chanting the Buddhist scriptures in his mouth to resist the power of the dark tide around him. Otherwise, without his shot, the three of them would be crushed by the terrifying power here in an instant. Senior, this level of power is too tyrannical. I'm afraid this kid. Although Xiaoyan said that he was warm-hearted, after weighing it, he could only shake his head. This kind of evil parasite is probably transformed by some evil powerhouse. Once awakened, the strength of the three of them cannot be resisted. Zheng Yulang's strength is too weak. Although the cultivation technique is special, it won't help if he can't stay here. The Zen master's strength is only at the second level of reincarnation, and even if he joins forces with Xiaoyan, he may not be able to deal with it. The body of the Dragon King Tyrant is strong enough to resist any attack from the powerhouses below the fourth level of the next reincarnation. Also, Lord Dragon King once left a prophecy. Naturally, he has made a surefire plan, so the donor doesn't have to worry about it. All the donor needs to do is to join hands with me to fight the enemy. The Zen master was extremely quiet, as if he was just telling an extremely easy thing, and the meaning behind him was extremely clear. Resist the quadruple reincarnation powerhouse? Xiaoyan said in surprise, but it seems impossible to use common sense to infer the body left by such a strong person. Xiaoyan always felt that this line of business was deliberately arranged. Before that, there is still a good fortune for the donor, waiting for the end of the matter. I need the donor's help to kill this demon. The Zen master said, while speaking. On the palm of his hand, traces of bright blue flames flickered like a clever elves. The cyan flame is like fire, but not fire, but the power contained in it is definitely the power of the Dragon King. This power echoes something in Xiaoyan's body. That's burning Jew. What is this? Xiaoyan's pupils shrank tightly, and the burning in his body swelled like crazy, and he released endless greed towards the flames on the palm of the Zen master. This is something left by the Dragon King, and it is given to those who are destined. Donor, take it. As soon as the Zen master finished speaking, The blue flame was like a wild horse running away from its rein, and it instantly rose and fell off, heading towards Xiao Yan's body. Wong buzzing, the cyan flame just touched Xiao Yan's body, and waves of extremely rich energy ripples were released uncontrollably. This thing, actually. At the same time, Fen Zhu, which had never changed in Xiao Yan's body, started to turn strangely. As for the Buddha's light shield, the endless darkness of the void also began to flow, and a sense of distortion emerged, and the countless dark parasites above the lower body were waking up step by step. When these parasites wake up, I am afraid this place will completely evolve into this human purgatory. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2177. It feels so warm. Covered by cyan flames, Xiao Yan felt an indescribable comfort permeating his limbs, and even his soul was greatly nourished. This kind of pure power is unheard of. Burning the first realm, burning the foundation. Petting the wheel. The magnificent voice came from the depths of the body. The voice just appeared. The old Zen master and the beautiful man beside him tensed and trembled, and then they knelt down directly. Any disobedience. At this moment, Xiao Yan finally realized that the first level of Fen Zhu that he had cultivated in the past was just a skin. That long-lost sense of power made Xiao Yan feel for the first time that Fen Zhu's power was enough to surpass the entire world. Whoa! After the cyan flame repaired and nourished Xiao Yan's body, the power suddenly tumbled, and instantly transformed into countless hot boiling liquids, wrapping Xiao Yan's body. The terrifying high temperature and incomparably hot water soaked Xiao Yan tightly. Xiao Yan's face instantly turned pale, and his skin immediately turned red, as if he would be completely invaded by this water at any time and burst open. But, damn it! Xiao Yan gritted his teeth and endured this terrifying torture that went deep into the bone marrow. This cyan flame is not a flame, but a very special energy, which has a fatal attraction to Fen Zhu. It seemed to be a gift to Xiao Yan just now. It repaired and nourished Xiao Yan's body, and it instantly turned into a boil. The high-temperature water is cooking Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan's body has already cultivated the dragon god transformation, and his body is much more tyrannical than ordinary people. Even the reincarnation powerhouse can't compare to Xiao Yan, but today's Xiao Yan is actually suffering from the boiling of those waters. That kind of pain is not only on the body, but also from the forging of the soul. However, after experiencing this kind of torment that was different from ordinary people, the power in Xiao Yan's body, including Fen Zhu, became mysterious, and the ancient aura filled the depths of Xiao Yan's mind. That is one of the real 6 realms of Fen Zhu. Master. Seeing Xiao Yan's painful expression, the handsome man was also a little worried, for fear that Xiao Yan would not be able to withstand this level of power. This is his own way. And this is our last chance. If he fails, these dark parasites will wake up completely. At that time, Baxia's body will be corroded, and this world will face a crisis. As for us, we can't escape bad luck. The old Zen master couldn't do anything at this time, he could only wait quietly, so he folded his hands together. The Zen beads quickly turned, and the sound of ancient and peaceful Buddhist scriptures permeated the air, alleviating Xiao Yan's pain. Water, fire, thunder, wood. Xiao Yan's body was riddled with holes and surrounded by 4 kinds of energies, but in the face of the various torments and tests produced by the blue flames, Xiao Yan did not take a step back, gritted his teeth, and fought against it step by step. That kind of perseverance made the Zen master full of praise. Peefed. With a sound, under the torment of these 4 forces, there were bursts of muffled thunder and low-pitched shouts in Xiao Yan's body. It seemed that the torture test had come to an end, and Xiao Yan vaguely felt that there was a little more Fen Zhu and Shen Yan in his body. Connect. This connection is a sign that the fire of holy flame is pushed to the limit. Ha ha ha. Success. Xiao Yan's crazy voice came out, and immediately above Xiao Yan's body, there was a terrifying aura that the world was in awe of. It seems that Xiao Yan's punches and kicks at this time have some kind of sky-shattering power. Terrifying, terrifying. Since it's successful, let's go. The old Zen master took up his Zen staff and said with a smile. Langer, go back. In the future, this sect will be handed over to you. When the voice fell, the Zen master waved his hand and sent the handsome man out. As for whether he could use this to realize some power of domination, That was his good fortune. Master, please. Xiao Yan took back his breath, and Fen Zhu was ready at any time. Go! The Zen staff waved, with a heavy emphasis, and suddenly the golden Buddhas around the body enveloped the two bodies, and the two bodies surged at the same time, directly swept into the depths of Baxia's body. Inside there is a dense gathering of dark parasites, and it is the place where the demon venerable who endangers the corroded tyrant's lower body is stationed. With Xiao Yan releasing such a huge movement, many of the evil creatures here also slowly woke up, and a heavy breath rushed towards his face. Sneaking into Ba Sha's body, here is a scene of a circular enchantment that was suppressed and sealed, a dark realm that spans thousands of meters. The eerie aura makes the core of the battle surging in the body, and the chill quietly emerges in the heart. The dark realm is incomparably vast, and the dark currents are surging everywhere, swallowing up the void, making the place extremely illusory and distorted, and even a faint humming sound, which makes the soul shrink unconsciously and is terrified. This is the inside of Baxia's body, and it is also the gathering place of countless evil forces. We only have one chance. If we win, everyone will be happy. If you lose, you will be buried in the belly of the fish together. In the old eyes of the Zen master, golden light of Buddhist scriptures flickered, and the endless splendor bloomed, which was awe-inspiring. Yep, Xiao Yan nodded. All the power in the body was so serious for the first time. Even before, there was no such oppression in the face of angels. Standing in the dark realm, Xiao Yan could feel the evil creatures all around, which were composed of countless evil parasites. They were quietly crawling and crawling, like ants, gnawing at the lower body of the tyrant all the time. Even how tyrannical the lower body is, in this endless years will one day be completely eaten and broken. The body and origin of the Dragon King are indispensable, otherwise he would be as tyrannical as the Golden Dragon King, and he would not have chosen to live in Xiao Yan's body in the first place. He looked up, stared at the void above, and lowered the head of his body. The void there has been extremely corroded, and has become distorted, and at this moment there is the most viscous black parasite lurking. The black altar of hundreds of meters is looming, and there are several steps above the altar. Above the steps, there is a slightly raised blood-colored throne, which touches all the power in Xiao Yan. On the scarlet throne, a chain of cyan chains locks a scarlet windbreaker sitting quietly on the throne. When Xiao Yan stared at the blood-colored windbreaker on the throne, a terrifying aura that became blurred with flesh and blood emerged. That's the demon venerable, a well-known character among the evil tribes outside the territory. Red King Order, blood-clothed Centipede Marquis. The Zen master opened his mouth, his voice indifferent but full of deep fear. When his eyes looked at the windbreaker on the blood-colored throne, there was an extremely heavy touch. That kind of breath is unparalleled in the world, and the world under this sea of 10,000 feet can only tremble for it. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL. Continuing from the previous episode 2178. It's amazing, seeing that the mysterious formation was actually disintegrating under the power of the scales of domination. A smile suddenly emerged from the corner of Xiao Yan's mouth, and it seemed that this trip became interesting. Otherwise, without the help of this thing, the thing just now will trouble me for a lot of time. But speaking of it, the location of this immortal sect seems a bit strange. Xiao Yan stood above the water and looked up, but saw a huge creature appearing at the end of his field of vision. From a distance, the bottom of the island was like a huge rock, and there was no difference. Dozens of miles of islands stand on it, which is quite imposing. However, some power in Xiao Yan's body made Xiao Yan vaguely feel that this rock does not seem to be a real rock, but more like a living creature. As for the specific reason, it is not that Xiao can covet it. Inside, forget it, let's go first. Having passed the test of formation, it shouldn't be difficult for me here. Xiao Yan shook his head, then slowly stepped onto the water column channel and headed towards the island. If this time the core of the plane is related to the Dragon King, I am afraid there will be double happiness. The mountain road is rugged. Is this the only way? As soon as he stepped on the island, feeling the abundant energy of heaven and earth and the fragrance of birds and flowers, Xiao Yan's heart became more relaxed. The scenery here is beautiful, the foliage is lush, and it is like a paradise, which is refreshing, but there is only one road in the middle of the road leading to the island house. Squeak! Xiao Yan tiptoed to hide his breath and walked towards the center of the island. The center of this island is a small mountain, surrounded by low-lying mountains and towering, with a ** of about 45 degrees, but the precious medicinal materials that can be seen along the way make Xiao Yan sigh. Who is it that can live here? There is actually a human breath in a remote area ahead? After walking about dozens of steps, Xiao Yan heard the sound of water waves playing with mandarin ducks in front of him. He stepped out immediately, and slowly approached with the help of some rocky terrain. A lake surrounded by a faint cyan aura appeared in Xiao Yan's sight. No way. In the clear lake water, a short-haired figure was jumping excitedly. Whether it was her delicate skin or her lips and eyebrows, it was enough to be regarded as a stunner in the world. But the strange thing is that there seems to be a layer of faint cyan energy on the figure's body, and on the figure's body, apart from the basic skin appearance, there is no woman's characteristics. Cyan light print? After using the soul power to find out, looking at the bright body in the pool water, even on its forehead, a cyan pattern emerged. This silk pattern is quite familiar to Xiao Yan, because the shape of this cyan light seal is impressively the appearance of the scales above his own body. Even if there is a slight deviation, but with the power of the dragon god transformation, Xiao Yan is very sure that the lines on the forehead of the guy in front of him are indeed the tyrant light seal. Who? Get out! At the moment when Xiao Yan lost his mind, a pair of icy eyes emerged from the lake, shouted angrily, and emerged from the pool. Although the strength was only about 4 or 5 star Do Xian, it was terrifying. Is it a man? The pink and tender skin seemed to be able to easily squeeze out the water. There was a trace of anger in his eyes, and he stared at Xiao Yan with extreme vigilance. Puff puff. Water waves emerged, and bursts of crystal waves emerged. This beautiful man was red-flowered, holding a jade sword and pointing at Xiao Yan. I broke through the formation of the sea area, and hurriedly entered here to find the path of immortals, and hope that the immortals will guide the way. Xiao Yan said reverently, saying that he hoped to resolve this embarrassment by coincidence. But since the guy in front of him is a man, what just happened is naturally not a misunderstanding. What? You broke through the formation above the sea. The beautiful man's red lips pursed slightly, and a voice of surprise emerged, and his anger even calmed down a bit. Looking up, this guy clearly looks like a girl, with red and white skin, short hair, and even lips and eyebrows, which are eye-catching. A seductive body, but a manly man. However, Xiao Yan naturally won't care about this guy, as long as he can let himself find the core of the plane. This friend, please follow me to meet the sect master. He hurriedly put away the offensive. The beautiful man walked up the mountain with Xiao Yan. The blue light print between his eyebrows also showed a hint of warmth. Xiao Yan didn't say much and followed, but his intuition told Xiao Yan, I'm afraid something happened here, and it might even have something to do with the so-called hegemony? Tyrant Dragon King, the peak power of the water attribute, if he can obtain his full power, I am afraid that Xiao Yan's strength will leap by leaps and bounds. Along the way, the two remained silent, but thanks to Xiao Yan's inquiries, they learned that this beautiful man's strange appearance seemed to be related to his wonderful practice. Sure enough, the world is full of wonders. On the top of the small peak in the center of the island, the small forest outside the house is green, and birds and beasts appear from time to time, which is peaceful. Master, someone is here. The beautiful man gently pushed open the door, only to see a quiet old man kneeling on the futon, his whole body covered by a yellow robe, a string of rosary beads in his fingers constantly twisting, and the corners of his mouth were muttering some rather strange words. The mysterious note, the slightly dimmed Zen staff beside the body was quietly put aside, but a terrifying power was released from the invisible. The old man closed his eyes and paid homage, and his voice was extremely flat. In front of him, there is a bronze statue. The bronze statue is immortal, like a fairy, but it makes it easy to distinguish its figure. Shihai Guanyin Bodhisattva? Looking at this bronze statue, combined with the situation around this old man, Xiao Yan was shocked. This donor, can he be pregnant with holy flames? The old man spoke lightly, his voice was flat, but he had a profound meaning. Yep, Xiao Yan nodded, and the amber flame burned out from his body, causing the house to tremble slightly. Although several questions plagued him, Xiao Yan was not good at speaking out. The Cyan Light Seal, the Dragon King under the Tyrant, is the sect master of this sect or the Zen master of the Buddhist realm? What's the problem? Wang buzz. Immediately, the dim staff beside the Zen master burst into the light of Buddha's light, and the blue halo was released together, refreshing and soothing the soul. Donor. It can be counted as waiting for you. At this moment, the old eyes of the Zen master instantly opened, and a touch of long-standing power emerged. That kind of power is actually reincarnation. And in the reincarnation, there is also a touch of domineering power. Master, this? Xiaoyan said softly. Boom! Lengar, let's go. The Zen master carried the Zen staff by his side, and immediately moved his old footsteps from the futon. Peefed. The Zen staff swayed gently, and directly scratched some golden Buddhist scriptures in this room. In the blink of an eye, the golden Buddhist scriptures cut through the void, and a golden door of light emerged out of thin air. Cece. The golden door of light appeared, and a surging breath rushed towards his face, like a violent wave hitting his cheeks, causing bursts of pain. Donor, please. All questions are behind this door of light. The Zen master said aloud and made a gesture of invitation. Boom! With a bang, the three of them submerged together, and as for this place, the silence was restored. Continuing from the previous episode 2179. Here is not only the place where the powerful people of the evil race from outside the territory suppress the tyrants, but also the place where the strong ones from the evil race outside the territory are suppressed by the tyrants. 2 Xeons. Xiaoyan's eyes became hot, and he could smell a creepy fear from the blood-colored windbreaker. That level of power is obviously a strategic powerhouse breath among the evil races outside the territory. But after a while, the visual whereabouts also smelled an extremely terrifying fluctuation from the cyan chain that bound the blood-colored windbreaker. Xiaoyan is no stranger to that kind of fluctuation. The cyan chain is the power of the tyrant Dragon King. It not only has the lines of the tyrant's lower body, but also the azure dragon shadows, which are terrifying. However, these cyan chains are buzzing now, and cracks are looming. I'm afraid they have reached their limit. And the blood-colored windbreaker on the side is the power of the evil powerhouse of the blood-robed centipede. Countless densely packed dark parasites, like ants, like man-eating insects, devoured the energy of the sea continuously and transported them away to the blood-colored windbreaker. Moreover, with the transmission of these biological powers, coupled with their gnawing on Baxia's body, I am afraid that sooner or later Baxia's body will be completely destroyed, and this Red King will be completely resurrected. A Red King, once resurrected, wakes up. I am afraid it will set off a terrible storm of destruction. This is the purpose of our trip. Before he fully recovers, strangle him. As the old Zen master spoke, the golden Buddha's body flourished, and some ethereal Sanskrit energy condensed. This is a relic? Xiaoyan murmured, looking at the golden beads emerging from Zen master's hands, lost his voice. The golden bead is only the size of a longan, and it is similar to a medicinal pill, but it is engraved with endless mystery. If you carefully sense it, the power contained in it may not be weaker than a single holy flame in your hand. It is self-evident that the value of the relics of the strong in the Buddhist world is similar to that of the human heart in the human world. Holy flame is the supreme divine object born from the beginning of the world. There is a devastating suppression of the evil races outside the territory. I will help you with the relics and kill these evil venerables forever. The Zen master's voice was full of fearlessness. The relic is the essence of the life of the Zen masters and monks in the Buddhist world. Once the relic is condensed, there is no doubt that he will die. The Zen master's righteousness also caused Xiaoyan's heart to feel bitter. However, there are also rumors. It is said that when the heavenly slaughter Tathagata realized the Tao, he walked through reincarnation 9 times and created a supreme relic, which ranked first in the Buddhist artifact list. With this relic, one can transcend the world, enter the Zen master's Buddhist way, and obtain the supreme glory. Boom! Xiaoyan nodded solemnly. The amber flames on his body suddenly fell off. He knew that every next move could cost his life in vain. But so what? I am the master of the holy flame, and this kind of thing is my own responsibility, and I cannot shirk it. 1,000-foot flame ignited in this dark world, like a ray of dawn suddenly emerging, illuminating this place completely. The amber rock soul fire was suspended in the sky, and the dazzling purification flame was beating rapidly, and some dark parasites were instantly destroyed in it. The dark tide came, gloomy and eerie, and instantly touched the attack of Xiao Yan and the two. The simple collision of the two brought about a shocking energy fluctuation, and the humming sound that resounded through the heavens and the earth spread out. The sound and power turned out to be numb to the scalp, and the void in front of him became twisted and broken. Without the protection of the holy flame power, those under the reincarnation will completely perish in the touch just now. The holy flame, ancient and boundless, continuously bloomed with its unique power, purifying this filthy dark realm, and with the blessing of Xiao Yan Fenju, it was extremely sacred. The golden light of the relic was prosperous, and countless ancient Zen sounds emerged. The two intersected each other, and in the blink of an eye, the dark power here invaded half. Immediately, he seemed to feel this long-lost fluctuation, and a shocking azure light erupted from his lower body. The power of the three colors actually killed all these dark parasites here. Wang buzzing, seeing that the two of them joined forces and gained some advantages in an instant, a rare smile appeared in the hearts of the two of them. The power of these evil parasites is not so irresistible. Crash! At the same time, the entire dark realm suddenly became restless. It was too late to be happy because of the temporary advantage. The vision of the two was suddenly attracted by the throne above the altar, and an extremely surging blood-colored aura spread out, like a demon crawling out of the depths of hell, blood-colored aura. At the spreading place, countless voids twisted, and cracks swept in uncontrollably. Finally, it begins. Xiao Yan and the old Zen master took off into the sky, and with the help of the brilliance of Sheng Yan and the relic, they stared at the blood-colored trenchcoat on the throne. The blood-colored windbreaker is like an empty shell, and there is no physical existence, but it slowly outlines a phantom figure of Tungtian evil venerable. Above the windbreaker, a lifelike blood-colored centipede began to wriggle. It was this huge gap that made Xiao Yan understand that this blood-colored trenchcoat was the most terrifying. Peefed! There was movement in the blood-colored windbreaker, and rounds of exquisite blood-colored patterns on the windbreaker exuded a despairing and suffocating awe-inspiring blood. Go! Xiao Yan and the two looked at each other. The dazzling attack was like a hurricane whistling, madly blasting away at the throne. The attack was so powerful that it was no less terrifying than a triple reincarnation-level powerhouse's full-strength shot. Peefed! The joint attack of the two did not cause any fluctuations, and just after condensing, they spread out quietly, which was extremely strange. Boom! When the two of them were extremely vigilant, a monstrous magic light vented out from the bottom of the realm. The breath contained in this magic light is definitely not the kind of power composed of ordinary dark parasites. There are countless mourning and crying sounds, whispered, and it actually caused Xiao Yan and the two of them. Emotions are rendered, whoa! The monstrous magic light spread from the bottom of the dark realm, reached the sky in an instant, and then spread out slightly, turning into raindrops and falling down. With the appearance of this kind of action, Sheng Yan behind Xiao Yan and the relic behind Chan Master let out a very sharp low roar. Obviously it took a lot of effort to resist such a terrifying attack. The magic rain dripped, and the entire dark realm was nourished with terror, and parasites appeared one after another, but they did not attack Xiao Yan and the two of them, but quietly crawled aside. At the same time, the throne above the altar suddenly began to change. The magic rain dripped, directly piercing the collapsed void around the throne, and then wrapped around all those ancient cyan chains. Crack, click. The cyan chain did not know whether it was extremely fragile because of the corrosion of the years, or because it became vulnerable to the invasion of the magic rain just now, and at this time, one after another conspicuous cracks appeared. On the throne, a blood-colored trenchcoat, a thin figure, looming. Under this thin figure, it seems that all power becomes ridiculous. Under that thin figure, the power contained is probably enough to suppress everything. Please remember the first domain name of this book. Mobile version update fastest URL.